Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome into the Good Buddies Anime Review. I am your good buddy Roger.
And I am your good buddy Brandon.
And we are talking about a really fun anime that we talked about before already.
Yeah, back before when we were, Jesus, don't look at those old episodes, but
Yeah.
we were doing like full-on episode by episode, breaking the whole shits down.
If you don't want to listen to a review that's as long as the series, you came to the right place.
No kidding. But yeah, we're going to be talking about AGGRETSUKO.
Yeah, man.
Great little show on Netflix.
Yeah, fun little workplace show.
Yeah, man, it's a good time.
Sanrio.
By Sanrio.
The
Characters
Hello
designed
Kitty.
by Sanrio. They had a bunch of
folks.
shorts and stuff on the Tokyo Broadcasting System, I think it was. I've seen a few. I remember seeing a few of those shorts, like online, like on Tumblr and YouTube and shit.
I was not familiar with it until I
Yeah.
saw the anime.
I remember seeing a few of those and they were super cute, but like never really knowing what it was. And then this came along and I was like, oh, neat.
Yeah, and apparently, I do know now about the shorts, but apparently the characters are a little different, too.
A little bit, yeah. But let's break on into it. Roger, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this show. We're going to tell y'all a little bit about this here anime. We're going to give you a final review of recommendation. Should you watch it? Should you not watch it?
We are.
Indeed we are. But Roger, let me ask you something. If it was boo-boo skunk doo-doo garbage, what would you call that?
I would call it an anime, maybe not.
What if it was, it wasn't that good, but
Anime.
it was pretty average. It was fine.
Anime, maybe.
What if it was actually pretty decent? Like, not bad at all.
Well, hey, that's an anime, definitely.
But if it was amazing, Roger, if it was so good,
My God, that is animazing.
indeed it would be. And Roger, the way we're gonna get there is we're gonna give it a possible 10 stars, 5 different categories, 2 stars each. That's how math works.
That is how it works.
And those categories are, Roger, give me the first one, please.
The story and setting,
Número dos,
the characters and development,
c'est toi.
the art and animation,
Number 4.
the soundtrack.
And that 5th one, that Good Buddies Wiggle Room, that je ne sais quoi. Roger, what does that mean?
I don't know what.
I don't know what. But that's how we're going to do it. Let's break on into it. Do you want me to start us off with a quick pitch?
Yeah,
How
man, I
wanna
know
do it?
you got a quick pitch over there.
Do a quick pitch. So here's the basics. AGGRETSUKO follows Retsuko, an anthropomorphic red panda. She's like, what, 25, single? Real cutie poot. Designed by Sanrio, so she has to be a cutie poot. And she is a beleaguered office worker in Tokyo. She struggles with overbearing bosses and co-workers. She secretly vents her rage by screaming out that death metal in a private room at a
she likes
karaoke
them
bar.
job for cowboys. She likes that faceless.
Jesus Christ.
She likes that impending doom.
Jamie, all that stuff I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Please keep going.
Rose funeral.
Nope, don't know that one either.
Cannibal Corpse. I believe they.
I've
would
heard
be,
of Cannibal
I would
Corpse.
believe they. I believe they would be categorized as
I've
death metal.
heard of.
I don't know.
Pretty much a bunch of bands
They're a
with
little
like
light.
T-shirts that you can't read
They're a
what the
little
name of the
light.
band is. Right? Is that a
Yeah.
fair? Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, the joke is always like people will like take pictures of brush or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
whole bunch of sticks or whatever, and they're like, "What metal band is this?"
Yeah, that's the joke. I remember seeing those and being like, I don't get it, and then seeing a dude wearing a Severed Saint shirt and being like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you see, like bands like See You Next Tuesday or something like that.
Wow, nice one. But yes, that's what the show's all about. It's about this adorable little panda who's got a bit of a dark streak in her. But let's get on to it. You want to just hit up the story and setting, bud?
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about that story and setting. What you got to say about it?
So it's Retsuko is pretty much fresh out of college or school or whatever.
Where it starts?
Yes, and she is going into her first job, which is an office job in a building full of other anthropomorphic creatures.
It's all aminals.
Yeah, they're all animals. They're all cute, for the most part.
She's
and
in the accounting department, yes?
Yeah, she's in the accounting department, and she's kind of she's definitely not stupid or anything like that, but she kind of spaces out here and there. She's a bit of a dreamer. And
Perhaps.
essentially the whole story revolves around her in this office job and her co-workers and her overbearing boss, and then the other people that she meets along the way and some old friends that lead into situations in the office generally.
Yeah.
But also there are some situations with love. There are some situations with like, oh, I want to quit this job.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of, it's just a very real life, down to earth show.
Yeah, I would say it's fairly grounded. It's even like kind of bleak at times.
Yeah.
Like it gets kind of bummery, but
Yeah.
it's a really interesting.
If you worked anything that isn't, like your dream job or something,
You've been here.
You've probably can get the feelings. And I have a really great thing that I talked about before, but I'll talk about that in characters.
Yeah, you will. But yeah, I would say it's really interesting how, despite being like designed by Sanrio and so freaking cutesy, all of it is, and how legitimately very fun and funny it is at very often. But it is sometimes just really bleak. Like, it seems like there's no hope for this character. She's just stuck in this job that she hates and blah 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 blah. And it's how she's dealing with that and how she vents all her frustration through her music and her metal. I think she calls the karaoke bar her sanctuary a couple times.
My sanctuary.
My sanctuary.
My sanctuary. Now that's a death metal song right there.
Was that Kingdom Hearts 2, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the second one. Anyway, gross.
What is there? Hitaru, I don't remember her name.
Is it Hikaru?
Hikaru.
Something like that. Dude, she's freaking great. That's all that matters. She do all the music for them. She's great. She do the big themes. He's looking it up. He's looking it up to make sure.
Just go
Rogers
ahead.
has nothing to do with the show.
Utada,
that's it. Anyway, Jesus, dude.
Death metal.
Super death metal.
Throw one of these up.
He's making a star with both hands. Jesus Christ, dude.
Licking the air.
He's making a pentagram and licking the air. Jesus, dude. All right. But yeah, that's basically the story and setting of it. It's I would say it's like it's a backdrop of such a normal setting. Like, it does take place in
very
Tokyo.
Normal.
They don't actually ever say we're in Tokyo, I think, but they mention all these surrounding like the wards and whatnot. Like
Shibuya,
at one point she's just straight up in Shibuya. Yeah. You see the like I forget what the building is, but in here it's like a 101 or something building. I don't remember. But yeah, it's super cutesy, and it's offset by all these like cutesy little anthropomorphic inhabitants and whatnot.
Good
some of which
of them, too.
I'm actually kind of bummed out we don't get to see some of them more. Like, there's one who's sitting in the office, like in the break room, who just is an axolotl, and I'm like, that's adorable. I want to see that one. But oh well. But yeah, that's basically the story and setting of the place. Let's move on to them character and development.
Sure. So we of course have Retsuko.
She's definitely the focus, but we have the show features an excellent supporting cast of friends, enemies, and frenemies. Tell me about him, boy.
Let's start with Tone.
Tone is definitely the place to start, I think.
Yeah.
He is the primary antagonist and a literal chauvinist pig.
Yeah, he is a pig.
He is a literal chauvinist pig. He is a freaking. He often is saying that Retsuko needs to clean his desk and bring him tea because that's women's work.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a bad guy.
Yeah, he's definitely sexist. He overworks everybody. He's overbearing.
Real jerkwad.
He definitely steps on anybody to get where he is.
Yeah.
And you even get some explanation of why he is the way he is.
Like,
later.
you'd learn a lot about these characters. We don't do any spoilers or nothing, but there's little turns and whatnot for people.
He is the asshole boss that we've all generally had.
Baby, we've all been there.
Maybe if you've only been in your dream job and you only work for you, this might not you might not catch it as much. You'll probably still enjoy it. I think this is overall an enjoyable show.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, you're really gonna enjoy this if you've ever had that shitty boss.
Oh yeah.
Or if you ever had that gossipy friend, or the slacker, all that shit. You're gonna enjoy this show.
You're gonna see someone you know.
All there. But Tone he's very old school. He kind of sticks out in that way where sexism and stuff like that is kind of more
was the norm back then, so it's the norm for him, which is obviously not cool, but there he is.
No, yeah, he's a dinosaur for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned he is super old school to the point that he even uses an abacus to do all his accounting where everyone else is using computers and stuff. It's it's a great little visual cue for him to just be sitting there clacking away at this wooden abacus.
Yeah. And it's cool because the show definitely, like I said, will give you more. It'll fill him in a little more.
Yeah,
it'll
you do
show
get
you
some
why
really
he's
good.
So hardened the way he is, because and these characters all for the most part,
they got a lot of dimensions.
They give good clues too as to why they are the way that they are, what makes them tick, what caused them to be the anthropomorphic person they are today.
Yeah, for the most part. Next up, you want to talk about Hada and Finico?
Yeah, let's talk with Finico first.
Finico's great.
I love Finico.
Finico's great and I love her.
Yeah, she's a little Finnick fox.
She's adorable.
Legal to own in Texas, I do believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Like if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean there are breeders in Texas.
You can't own animals, bro.
Yeah. I know for sure there are breeders in Texas, but You might still need the exotic or enhanced license to own one, but I think you can just own one.
But yeah, Fineko's
Nobody's
great.
gonna come for you.
She's a bit of a dark cloud in this show. She's kind of got a streak to her, and she's, if you've seen anything Aubrey Plaza's in, just think Aubrey Plaza for the most part.
What is that one show that she's in?
What, Parks and Rec?
Yeah, Parks and Rec.
She's absolutely her.
I would say
from Parks and Rec.
Fineko is not
quite as dark,
extreme,
but she's certainly like very low key, very monotone. And when she does laugh, it's just like ha 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 ha. Like
she's also very in her computer or in her phone.
Yeah, she's a real social media Sherlock.
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, she's a detective in the online world, and I really relate to that because I'm kind of like.
No. You are not an online detective.
I am.
You are not the Fineko of your life.
I certainly am.
Everything on your Instagram is for the likes. You are absolutely the other one, Sonoda.
Oh, no. I'll do that, but like whenever it comes to online detective work, I'm pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, you little creeper.
Yeah,
you're
man.
a fucking creeper is what you are.
You know what? No, I'm not a creeper. One time, one of my buddies, he was getting catfish. He totally was.
Oh, no.
And I fucking figured it out, and I figured out who the person was, and I found out another person that was getting catfished by this person with another account.
Roger, for
and
God's
I
sake.
messaged them, and they cussed me out. They were so mad. They were military.
This is a weird story.
Yeah, it's a weird
nothing
story.
to do with the show.
And it could have went in the ramble, but I'm telling you right now, I want you to know that I'm an internet detective.
You're fucking weirdo.
And this guy apologized to me months later. Whenever he came home, he was like, "Hey man, I know that I was an ass to you, but you were totally right." This person was supposed to meet him at the airport when he came home from deployment.
This seems
and
messed
never
up.
showed up.
This is messed up. This seems really messed up.
And your boy busted that case wide open.
Wow.
It was me.
You sure
So
showed them.
I'm the Fineko, you're the tone.
Yeah, okay. I'm the tone. Fuck you.
Let's go with Haida now.
Haida, who is perfect and has never done anything wrong.
He is a good little...
He is the best boy. He's my best boy.
He's also me.
No, stop. Haida.
Any of the cool characters in here are obviously me.
Jesus Christ, this kid. Haida's a bit of a kind of just a cool dude in the office. He's real nice. He's real chill. Haida and Fineko are both like Retsuko's like work besties, pretty much. They always go to break together. And Haida himself is a little bit of a punk rocker. You find out later on. And
he's got his bass guitar.
Yeah, he's got his bass guitar.
He's got his bass guitar. He's got his
red and black striped shirt.
Yep, his
leather jacket. Yeah, pretty sick.
Boots.
He's also like a real soft boy who's totally crushing on Retsuko. Aw. He's super cutesy. And I love Haida because there's bits in here where my favorite thing about him is there are bits where like stuff happens, like minor spoiler, Retsuko like may or may not develop a bit of a relationship later on in the show, and it's not with him, and he's bummed about it, but he's not like, he's bummed and he's fairly bitter, but he's not like, going out of his way to like fight anybody or anything. Yeah, he's not being a jerk about it. He actually says like, I get it, I missed my chance. And good boy. Such a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He's a good character. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Little sweet baby.
That's like the defining thing about Haida is he's just a very nice guy.
He's a nice boy. And I'm kind of scared because in the trailer for season 2, there's a bit where he's screaming something like, I'm going to punch him. And I'm like, no, Haida, no.
I mean, if he does
you're a nice boy.
punch somebody, that's
but
fine.
Haida, you're a nice boy.
What if it's like, somebody being a sexist dick? Punch him.
Well, maybe. Or maybe you just say, hey, don't be a dick, and then you get the fuck out of there.
That doesn't work with people.
You just get away. That's the thing, man. You could just leave. You're the type. You're the type who if someone gives you shit online, you don't block them. Like come on. You gotta let that shit go. You gotta let that shit go.
I've blocked people online.
Yeah,
before.
all right. I'm watching you.
Mostly family.
Okay.
They post shit that was annoying. Like I cannot stand to look at this anymore.
I just unfriend them. I don't even unfriend. I just unfollow. I'm like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah, I've unfollowed people too.
Anyway.
You know what, dude? You're doing all kinds of judgment on me, dude.
I'm doing judgment on you.
Yeah, you're being real judgy.
All right. Well, let's move on.
There's got to be a judgy character in here. I'm trying.
He's really looking through there. You're a real Kabe, spreading all that gossip.
Not the Kabe, dude.
All right, let's talk about Gori and Washimi, though. Wow. Let's talk about Gori and Washimi, though.
Yeah.
They're
the next most important, and they'll probably be the last two that we go over.
Gori is a big gorilla lady and the director of marketing, and Washimi is the secretary to the president. She is basically the de facto president because the president is so horribly incompetent at his own job. So she's basically running stuff for him. But yeah, they are these they're these power women in the company who are absolutely running stuff. In the first episode, you see them just doing this power walk through the hallway. And there was actually...
They always have cool music behind them with
yeah,
the
they
power
really
walk.
do. And like, everyone's just like, man... They don't take shit from nobody, and they don't. They just run stuff. But they are not human. They are, people. And you do experience like some stuff going on with them. They end up later on in the series kind of becoming Retsuko's like senpais, and they're super rad.
They're kind of
and I love them, and they're perfect.
They're kind of the workers that you aspire to be friends with because they would be powerful allies in the workplace.
And they're just so damn cool.
Yeah.
I will say this. There's one line when you first see them in the first episode. When I first watched it and I found the clip on YouTube, is like, hey, they changed this line. When they're walking, they say, they stop for a second when they're doing their power walk, and Gory says, man, our baddest bitch in the room walk is really murder on my back. But they changed that line, and I don't know why.
What did they change
Now
it
it's
to?
like our take no prisoners walk is really murder on my back. I'm like, why would they change? These characters say ass and bastard later on.
Yeah,
like, why would they?
Maybe it's because it was the first episode.
Maybe
and
that's
kids
what I was
slid
thinking.
into there or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know, man. I thought that was kind of.
I mean,
weird
it
they changed
definitely
that
does
line.
look like a children's show.
Yeah, certainly.
Can't argue that.
It's not particularly one though. There is some
Yeah.
cutesy stuff, but it's mostly like about, everyday office work life and relationships and friends and shit.
And then there is a colorful cast of other characters on here that
We won't
won't
really get into detail
But
with,
I
but
will
there's some
tell
good
you
stuff.
this, and I kind of hinted on it earlier. If you've ever worked retail or just an office job, anything with
Pretty much anywhere.
other coworkers, they have every person that you know there in this show. Mm-hmm. Like you can probably
There's
find
the jerk
a character.
boss. There's the suck up to the jerk boss.
Yeah.
There's the not the boss but gonna give you shit anyway.
There's the person
town
that-
gossip.
Yeah,
There's everything.
That is the scuttlebutt around the water fountain.
Yeah. Wow.
The water cooler.
fountain? The water cooler.
Yeah,
Okay.
the water cooler.
Took you a second.
They got that scuttlebutt, dude.
the scuttlebutt. Is that
scuttlebutt?
that's where we're going with
That's
this?
my new word.
You're freaking weirdo.
But I know that character.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that character.
I know exactly who that is.
I can say
I
their
know
name
exactly
right now.
who that
I
good
could
for
name
nothing
drop
is.
them right now, but I'm not.
Tell me
going
about
to.
the good for nothing.
Oh, dude, there's so many good.
So
for
many
nothings.
good for nothing.
And I love some of those good for nothings, but
But
man,
they are good for
They
nothing.
are good for nothings. And that's the cool thing about the show is you can definitely relate to each of these characters.
Yeah.
Even if it's not you yourself relating to them, you can put a face that you know on some of these characters.
You can point at him and say,
It's cool.
there he goes, that bastard.
It's really cool.
Do you want to talk about that art and animation, bud?
Yeah, of course. It's very flat. It's 2D. It looks
If it looks like it was animated Flash, it's because it was.
yeah. If it looks like it was animated, like around Sanrio type style characters.
Yep.
It definitely was.
It for sure was.
It's super cutesy. It's super flat. It's super colorful.
Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah.
The
and
designs are sometimes cutesy, sometimes scary, particularly when Retsuko's like raging and
yeah,
whatnot.
all sorts of expressive faces and stuff in
Yeah.
here too. It's very good. It's
I will
very
say that
good.
the animation sometimes is a little jerky, but I mean
Yeah.
that's to be expected. I think for the type of animation it is.
Sure.
I don't think it ever doesn't work though. I think it usually
Yeah.
just adds to the charm of these cutesy little characters.
Yeah, if you're looking for something that is very detailed, I mean, you're not gonna find it here.
Yeah,
It's
this
very,
ain't your show.
It's very simplistic.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, it works.
That's all there really is to say
It
about
really
it.
works. It's very good. It's pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
There's not much to say about it other than that. It's a fun,
I will say
interesting
again,
looking show.
I will say again, I'm kind of bummed we didn't get to see more of these background characters. There's a couple there's a panda at one point. There's Retsuko's riding the train, and there's an alpaca just resting his chin on her head, and I'm like, this guy looks awesome. Tell me about him. But it's mostly just an occasional visual gag. But yeah, it's really cute designs, really cool stuff. I will say that just their costumes and stuff, what they wear, for the most part when they're at work, they're in their regular work outfits.
Yeah.
But the fact that you see Haida outside of work and he's wearing that stripy shirt and leather jacket and those tight pants, it's okay, this guy's a little rocker
Yeah,
kid.
and it's cool because it gives you that same feeling that whenever you don't know anybody but from work and then you see them in public and they look totally different.
And you're like, whoa,
yeah.
you're kind of badass.
I actually crossed paths with a guy that I know just a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah?
Maybe it was even yesterday. But I didn't recognize him. I thought I recognized him, but I wasn't sure because he was in his work clothes.
Oh yeah.
So he was in a nice little dress-up suit and a tie, and I was like, I'm not sure that's him, so I'm not gonna say anything.
And then he was like, Roger!
Yeah, but then he messaged me. He's like, hey man, were you here? And I was like, heck yes, I was. I thought that was you, but you looked real official. So.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool how they just pull that with you.
But the show does that very well.
Yeah,
like
it's really good.
It feels interesting like that.
Let's talk about something that is definitely a big part of this show, because if it is not just a like workplace comedy / drama thing, it is also a straight up musical.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the sound and music. How do you feel about it?
I love it.
I like it too. The intro and outro are pretty much just like, kind of typical Rocky stuff. Like, they're fine. It's good and ripping.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you're not going to pee yourself. It's nothing so good.
I quite like the intro.
Yeah, it's fine. I like the animations of when Retsuko's doing the little head bops.
With the little the wiggly head, the little bomb. Yeah,
it's super cute. The big, like, when Retsuko's like straight up raging, and you get one of those like almost every episode, not every single episode, but she goes into these just rages like mid like sentence, or like as someone's talking to her, and often it ends with her actually having like slipped away to the bathroom, or she's at the karaoke bar afterwards.
Yep.
But like, she
it's whatever she's going through
nuts.
in the episode. And you do get one really cool scene later on where you get another character.
Yes, there is a freestyle rap in this show that absolutely steals it. It's the best thing ever.
It's so good.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's very well done. I mean, I actually haven't checked out the Japanese version.
Yeah.
But the English stuff is all done really well.
No, it's quite well done.
It's top notch, and the sound. I think the sound design overall is excellent. They freaking nail it.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of good stuff. It's quite real, quite good. Intense, effective at times, but yeah, it's always good. Do you want to move on to that je ne sais quoi?
Yeah, let's go on to that je ne sais quoi. What you got to say about it, big guy?
I would say it's really cute and really quick. Like I've said, I keep saying this as a joke, but it's only 10 episodes. It's only 50 minutes plus the Christmas special. So, 11 episodes, let's say. But you can watch this whole freaking thing in less than the amount of time it took you to watch the last 2 Avengers movies, either of them. So it's pretty great stuff. Deeper than that, it does have some really good, like, serious messages about, like, being honest with yourself, getting your feelings out, being, being open and stuff.
Yeah.
And more than that,
even at towards the end, Retsuko is making some really immature decisions.
Yeah, she makes a few pretty bad decisions. She jumps from one bad idea to another about like leaving her job and stuff, and then she decides, I'm going to try to tough it out, and this and that, and all this stuff happens, and it's usually like you're not making the best decisions for your life. You're like, this plan you have is pretty dumb, but like ultimately it's sometimes a little bit depressing, but ultimately it's very uplifting. It's a really, really good show. I just enjoyed it a lot.
It tries, and it feels very real.
Yeah,
and if I were to say anything about it, it was just, like how relatable it is.
Yeah, very much so.
It's extremely relatable, and it's, I know we've reviewed some things that I said were relatable here and there too, but I don't know that I've seen a show pound for pound that is as relatable as this one.
Like I like saying relatable
like anime wise.
Yeah, sure. It's good stuff.
Man, you really judge me over. Maybe you are Finico, dude.
Dude, can you chill? Can you chill, bro? Bro, can you chill?
So I'm gonna do my review of Brandon here. He's judgy.
This hurts.
He's judgy.
All right, this hurts me.
But he's a good guy.
Yeah, all right.
But he's also a douche.
All right. Do you want to get to the scores, bud?
Yeah, let's get to the scores.
Freaking dick.
I don't mean any of that.
How'd you feel about the story and setting, big boy?
I gave it. Let me pull up my pad. Sorry.
Oh, he's got to find it. He's got to pull out his diaper and his pad.
I gave it a 2, I believe. Yes, 2.
I gave it a 1.5 on story and setting.
Okay.
How about the characters and development?
2.
Solid 2. How about the art and animation?
1.25.
There you go with those quarter points.
Well,
I just went with a 1.
Yeah.
How about the music and sound?
2.
I gave it a 1.5.
Okay.
And how about the je ne sais quoi?
I gave it a 1.25.
I went solid 2 on that one.
Nice.
So what's that put you at, big boy?
That puts me at an 8.5.
Puts me at an 8.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So that's a couple of Animos Definitely's.
A couple of Animos Definitelys. Mine's as high as it can get before it's an Animazing, pretty much.
Yeah, it's good stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
This is a stupid cute show. I said Cupid show. A stupid cute show that actually is a little bit darker than you think it's going to be, and super good. It's just good all around. And don't just take our word for it. Last I checked, it still has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so good God.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. People love it. You will love it too. Please watch AGGRETSUKO.
Yeah. It's super good. I couldn't recommend it enough. It's something definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I mean, you could recommend it a 1.5, but just saying.
Wait, what?
You get an 8.5, but you couldn't recommend it enough. You could recommend it a 4.5.
Yeah, I guess I could. It's not top tier, dude. It's not.
Excuse me. I'm being judgy.
It's not. You are kind of being judgy, dude. You are being a little judgy.
It is really
and
good.
I think
it is a very good show.
I think if you typed in our chat with our good buddies, hey, do y'all think that I am a little judgy? You would get a resounding yes from everybody.
You're being a jerk right now, dude. Anyway.
Except from your good buddy Roger, dude. I know. I understand
You've done nothing but call me judgy, you jerk.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I didn't mean it.
Let's move on.
You know that I like to make shit up.
Feels good. So that's about it for our review here. That's a resounding yes, go see it from the both of us. Your good buddies, Brandon and Roger. Thank you. You should check it out.
Do you think you should check this show out? Well, let me answer that with another question. Do you think Brandon is judgy?
This is all just you're just so petty.
The
amount of pettiness on display here. You're being a real jerk right
petty.
now. So let's move on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you check out this show because I think it's worth watching. You could have got through 2 episodes the amount of time it took you to listen to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. It's good stuff. We are going to move on into the ramble. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to the podcast, hey, stick around.
Yeah.
But we want you to check out those links in the description below. Give us a like and a comment wherever you are. Go ahead and rate us. Give us those 5 stars.
Yep.
And of course, a shout out to our good buddy Haas, Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, for the use of the closing theme you're about to hear if you're watching the YouTube. It's called The Buddy's Good.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, we'll have full plugs at the end as always.
Yep. And next week, another Netflix anime, which is getting a sequel as well. That's why.
This is one I have not watched yet, and I'm a little freaked out just having seen a bit of it.
It's pretty good, man.
Having seen the trailer, I'm like, eh.
We'll talk about it. It's AGGRETSUKO.
Those mouths freak me out.
Yeah. It stands for compulsive gambler, I believe.
Yeah, man.
It is an anime all about. It's a tournament anime that involves gambling, and it is. If anything, it is wild.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I don't know if I'm ready for this one, but we're gonna check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it next week, and if Brandon can handle it, we'll go through the season 2.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So there we go.
We will see y'all then.
And if we don't, it's because Brandon hated it. And
chill.
I mean, obviously, I would be okay with it. I wouldn't veto it or anything if we didn't do it. So, catch your good buddies next time.
Wow.
We're about to head into the ramble.
My dude's all over the place.
I am, dude. It's been a long day.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you, bye.